Tips on how to be confident and fall in love with yourself. Number one is treat yourself like a priority.
Do you want to know the secret to becoming the most confident version of yourself? Then fucking listen up, right? Number one, you've got no other option. Like, genuinely, you either choose a life of victimization or you choose to put in the work and the effort to actually becoming who you want to become. Because the only life you're affecting is your own. Your life is in your hands. No one's going to wave a magic wand and give you confidence or give you beauty or give you great thoughts. It's only you that has the power to do that. So you choose. You either waste this time doing absolutely nothing or you put in the effort to get yourself to where you want to be. Act as if you already are what you desire. I know they say this all the fucking time and it's hard to grasp, right? But what is stopping you from being confident now? What is stopping you from feeling like you've got money or feeling like you've got freedom? Nothing other than you. You don't have to wait for objects, people, things for you to feel loved, appreciated, or valued. It comes from within. You have to be delusional. What is stopping you from walking, talking, acting, dressing like the person you want to become? If you are waiting for something to feel something, then you're stuck in an anticipation phase, which means you're never going to get what you truly want because you're always in a lack. Your thoughts manifest into reality. How you think, how you feel, and how you act is what creates your 3D. Fucking check yourself. You are your biggest hater, I promise you. If you just pay attention to the thoughts that you're having, you'll realize you speak to yourself with absolute disrespect when you should be your biggest supporter. No one else is going to love you more than you should love yourself. You got to do mirror work and affirmations, right? Your brain is a big supercomputer. You are running off a load of false beliefs that you've been told from childhood or from experiences, and you accept them as true. That's why you think you're incapable. Affirmations are going to be so fucking hard to believe at first, but through repetition, it becomes easier because it takes 21 days of speaking affirmations out loud to yourself for you to rewrite your DNA. Positive affirmations activate the reward center in the brain, which release dopamine. If you are saying these affirmations in the mirror, you associate the dopamine with the person you see in front of you. So then you start to believe the affirmations about yourself and you start to feel good, which then boosts your confidence. Take motherfucking care of yourself. How can you expect to be confident when you look like absolute shit? You don't do your skincare, you don't wash your face twice a day, you don't brush your motherfucking teeth. When you look good, you feel good. That's why you have to dress to impress every single day. I do not give a fuck. That's one thing you cannot compromise on. Because if you dress good, you then feel good. Work on your skincare, work on your hair care. Do your makeup if you can. Work on your diet. Work on your health. Do face massages. I promise you, face massages will change your life. Your face will look so sculpted and so lifted to the point where you don't even need to wear makeup half the time. Why don't you start treating yourself as well as you expect other people to treat you? And then the way you treat yourself will reflect outwardly and people will start to respect you more and treat you better than you could have ever imagined. Do not compare yourself to anyone else. There are beautiful people in this world, billions of them, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can never be someone else, but someone else's beauty will never take away from your own. You are unique, you are special, and you have to live in that. No one will laugh the way you do. No one will act the way you do. No one will have the same personality as you do. No one will ever be able to bring what you can bring to this world. So have faith in yourself and love yourself enough to know that you are unique, you are special, and you just have to work with what you've got. Abide by that, and you can change your life in 30 days. I promise you.
It's never too late to work on your self-confidence. I definitely was not always this confident person, but I worked on it and this is what I did. So number one, I spent way more time with myself to understand who I am when nobody else is around. Who are you when there's nobody else around to make you feel less than? Who are you when there's nobody to compare yourself to? Who are you when there's nobody to influence what you think, what you like, what you don't like? The only way to really get these answers is to spend more time with yourself and look within. Number two, for a period of time, I did completely the opposite of what people told me to do or advised me to do. When you grow up a people pleaser, it's easy to lose yourself and lose complete confidence in yourself. You don't believe or trust your own decisions. You only believe something's a good idea if somebody tells you it's a good idea, and that completely destroys your confidence. So I literally did whatever the hell I thought was right, and if I had consequences to deal with, I'll deal with them and learn from them. That was building my character and making my life mine again. Number three, I stopped taking things so personally. The sooner you realize that the way people treat you is a reflection of themselves and not you, your confidence will soar. People are literally walking projections, and projections aren't always negative. They can be positive as well. But unfortunately, the negative does exist and people will project the negative feelings they feel about themselves onto you. Number four is always look put together. Whenever I look good, I feel so good. This doesn't mean wearing makeup, by the way. It just means looking presentable. I don't actually even wear makeup on a day-to-day. Just invest in a good skincare routine. A little beauty grooming here and there, like getting your hair done, getting your eyebrows done, good diet, good exercise. Think about it like this. If you're in a relationship and your partner was looking after you so well, how would you feel? You'd feel amazing, wouldn't you? Well, to nurture the relationship with yourself, make sure you're looking after yourself as well. And lastly, understand that there is no other option. You can stay being insecure, stay lowering yourself, not believe in yourself, which ultimately will limit you in every aspect of your life. Or you can work on being confident in who you are, start learning to love yourself, and grab every opportunity that comes to you because you know you deserve it. The choice is all yours, darling.
Here are 8 hot girl mindset shifts that changed my life. Confidence comes from your little wins. It is not about what you look like, it's how you show up for yourself. Moving your body, meditating, self-care. Someone else's opinion of you is not a fact, it's an opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, so being offended by it is a waste of time. Be secure in what is facts, who you are, your worth, and what you bring to the table. Hate will only come from below or from competition. People who are genuinely successful, like top of the top, will never hate on you. And if they are, it means that they're threatened by you. Clap and be genuinely happy for other people's success. Jealousy is ugly. Their success is only proof that you can do it too. Stop obsessing if a guy likes you. Put that energy into liking yourself, and the best quality guy will be attracted to the best version of you. No answer is an answer. Confidence is silent, insecurity is loud. Only insecure people will do a whole lot of this. Confident people do not have the time or energy. Your only competition is yourself. We are all starting from different starting lines. Compete with who you were yesterday.
One of the best things I did to improve my self-esteem and just my overall confidence in my 20s, I stopped forcing connections with people. If someone does not value you, it is not your job to convince them. This applies to friendship, this applies to business, this applies to romantic relationships. You are worthy simply because you exist. If you feel that you have to force yourself to have connections with people, you are in the wrong spaces, you are in the wrong environment. You want to prioritize relationships with people that value you and don't make you feel like you have to, prove yourself or prove your worth in order to be in proximity to them.
Here's how you are going to become the baddest, most confident version of yourself to the point where only God himself can break you. Let's get into it. Number 1. The most powerful lesson I've ever learned in my life is from somebody who told me, if you want something, move like you already have it. The way I ran with this, I was telling people I was rich when I only had $3,000 in my bank account, posting on social media like I had 86 million followers when I had like 13, portraying that I was living my best life online in conversations when I was the most broken I'd ever been in my life. But it manifests itself. So if you want to be confident, you want to be proud of yourself, start moving like you already are. Talk yourself up. Get ready before leaving the house. Show up to places you don't feel welcome. Walk into a room commanding energy with your head high, your shoulders up. Make eye contact. Talk to everyone. Introduce yourself to the hottest guy in the room. Infiltrate conversations even though you feel uncomfortable doing so. Start a conversation with the most intimidating RBF face girl in the room. Start moving with that energy like you are that bitch. Number 2. Some people call this delusion. I call it manifestation. But if you think, feel, and say something out loud, it will come true. So I want you to start by saying daily affirmations every morning in the mirror out loud. Here's some I found on Google. I'm going to show all of them. I want you to screenshot and only take some of them. I think there's like 35 or something here. You're not going to say 35 sentences every single morning, but take the ones that you resonate with or don't resonate with, because those are the things you need to work on. You need to be taking care of yourself like you're royalty. Exercise, get your steps in, eat clean, take your vitamins, develop a skincare routine, keep your hands, feet, and hair groomed, floss twice a day, whiten your teeth, get ready even when you're not leaving the house. Wear jewelry. When you look good, you feel good. If you always look the best version of yourself, you will always feel the best version of yourself. Number 4, and the most important, mind your business. You are going to elevate yourself so high that everything is beneath you. You are not chasing, you are not bickering, you are not looking through his followers. And this is where the daily affirmations come in, because this is one of mine. All that is good finds me. Therefore, you are going to stay in your lane and focus only on things that elevate you. So your friend calls you the morning after a party you didn't go to and says that your ex-best friend had a lot of shit to say about you. Oh, that's sad. I hope she can move on someday. But did you end up talking to that guy you wanted to? You don't give a shit what that girl said because it doesn't affect you. And the drama is beneath you. So when situations like this come up and you're tempted to know what she said or check his following or double text him, you are going to stop yourself and think, what value is this providing me? If it's not elevating you, it's beneath you. And we're simply not engaging. Do not let anyone or anything bring you down to a negative place. Protect your peace and stay in your aura.
The second I learned self-confidence, I started living life on easy mode. Here's everything I learned. Step number 1, stop normalizing labels. More importantly, stop labeling yourself. I'm so awkward, I'm so shy, but I can't talk to people. I can't do that. I'm not photogenic. Acting like you aren't the creator of your own destiny. Acting like you can't transform yourself in a second. Acting like you don't control your entire life and you can be and live in any way that you desire. When we label ourselves, we are surrendering all of our control and all of our power, and we are staying stagnant to the things that we insist make us weak and powerless. 2, there is never going to be a single moment in your life where confidence will come to you, and that's because it's only created through action. Confidence is built and created through every single time you step outside of your comfort zone, every single time you prove yourself, your haters, your limiting limiting beliefs and your insecurities wrong. Every single time you do something that you never thought you could do. And bit by bit, these are like building blocks that just keep leveling up your self-concept and self-perception. Step number 4, you need to stop trying to protect your self-esteem because confidence can only be grown in the danger zone. So many of us use this as like a self-protection mechanism where we always want to avoid the things that we feel like we're bad at, right? So we're not going to go to networking events because we're shy and we can't talk to people. If you were constantly avoiding the thing that makes you so scared and makes you feel so not confident, how are you ever going to grow it in that area? Because like I just said, confidence can only ever be built outside of your comfort zone. So if you are scared to date or talk to guys, for example, you need to run towards that.
Tips on how to be confident and fall in love with yourself. Number 1 is treat yourself like a priority if you want to be treated like a priority, and distance yourself from people who don't. At the end of the day, this is your life. Number 2 is remembering that confident people are never envious of other people's lives. Jealousy is a really ugly trait. You want to be happy when other people are winning. I feel like with social media, it's so normalized. When we see people living their best lives in the comments, everyone's like, oh, social media isn't real, don't believe that. But for a lot of people, this is real. So many people are living their dream lives. So don't be bitter about it. Be happy. It should be so motivating seeing other people live their dream lives. It means that you can do it too. Always be happy when other people are winning in life. Another confidence tip is that you do not need to prove yourself to anyone. You know who you are. If you know the type of person you are, that's all that matters. You do not need to keep proving yourself to strangers. Self-acceptance is number 1. You need to understand that no one is perfect. Every single person has flaws. Let go of those unrealistic expectations that you're going to start loving yourself when you have this or that, or you're going to start loving yourself when you're going to look a certain way. You need to accept yourself the way you are and love yourself the way you are. Of course, always work towards becoming a better version of yourself, but you have to love yourself first. I know this sounds cliche, but you need to become yourself's number 1 fan. You're in a monologue that's going on in your head. That needs to all be positive. Like in general, we have enough people telling us what's wrong all the time about ourselves. The least we can do is like ourselves and say nice things to ourselves.